It wasn't very tough locating this 5x7 little kitchen in central London. The fragrance of Indian spices drew us closer and closer to Dhaba Lane, a 2-year-old startup company. The tiny team of 6 people put together supply home-style Indian food to hundreds of employees in the busy and the bustling city of London when at work. A London version, can I say, of Mumbai's most famous DABBAWALAS.
Matar paneer, please.
Sunward, the chef has a lot of work on his plate, literally. Dry mixed vegetable curry must be made for about 4 people, and then butter paneer masala for about a dozen, and then 150 numbers of grilled aubergine sandwiches, gluten-free. His boss and co-founder Upma Arora of Dhaba Lane says the USP of her kitchen is not just the authentic Indian food being made, but that it is being made well. Upma Arora came to London from India 10 years ago. Since then, she has only had oily, greasy curries in the name of Indian food. In the last few years, several Indian restaurants began to thrive in London despite the crisis of shortage of chefs. It is through these places of good food that the world has begun to believe that the Indian cuisine is beyond greasy, spicy curries and well beyond the chicken tikka masala. Upma is trying traditional recipes and also fusion. She adds a lot of millets, nuts, better health to her menu.
So often what happens is you get a salad box and on the top it's got all the good bits. And by the time you get to the bottom of it,
it's just lettuce.
Yeah, it's just lettuce. So, and that's why we also use mixed leaves. We use rockets. We use a lot of seasonal leaves. Right. So, like right now, mixed leaves is quite in season, and rocket. So it's got spinach, mixed leaves, and rocket as a base.
What does the kala chana have? May I see?
So kala chana has another masala.
Okay.
So
this is not chaat masala?
No. This is our own masala, and we use kasturi methi with our kala
chana. Oh, lovely. Okay. So this looks delicious. This is kala chana, and it's an amazing option for vegetarians because this is a dash of protein along with all the carrots and the rockets salads and what? And green lentils.
Green lentil.
And all of this has chaat masalas, kasturi methi. What else?
And
your homemade chutneys.
Yes, it is.
So you're replacing all the high calorie mayo etc. with mango chutney?
Yeah, it's a dry mango chutney, and the best part is in our salads nothing has oil in it.
Wow.
So it's all dry made.
Looks very interesting to me. Superfood. Dhaba Lane is a food business which supplies food mainly to employees in top corporate companies. It has a 5-star rating in hygiene by the food authorities, feeding up to 300 people across London city in a single day. But this wasn't easy. Upma Arora, an ex-business developer, and her friend, co-Delhiite and co-founder of the business Aarti Bareja have had days when they had no order for a single meal.
Me and Aarti would walk down the streets, note down every company's number, go to their receptionist, give them our flyers, and somebody would talk, somebody would not. I mean, most of them won't order and things like that. And we had a pop-up in Shoreditch, and there was a point we knew Spotify was nearby, and we wanted to get through to them. And we tried everything. We tried calling them, we tried emailing it to them, and we didn't get anywhere. And I remember Aarti really used to spend so much time emailing these companies. It was unbelievable. I used to feel bad for her sometimes because she would send out 20-30 emails and then we wouldn't get responses. And then one day she got up and took some samples and went up to the receptionist and said, "Here's our food, try it. If you like it, let us know, and here are our details." And we heard back from them. And now there are regular customers. We do pretty much every month or every 2 months their team lunches. They love us, we love them. So yeah, it takes time to build things.
A meal here costs between 6 and 7 pounds per person. Upma Arora, originally from Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh, did not imagine at the time she quit her well-paying full-time permanent job at Middlesex University that making money would be this tough. Today, though, she has no regrets. Her love for her work to cook for people has fetched her many clients.
when you look in London right now, there are lots of options coming up for lunch from which are not English food. So you have Thai, you have burritos everywhere, you have burgers and rolls, a lot of Japanese, a lot of Chinese food out there. But you don't see anything that says home-cooked Indian at a reasonable price delivered to you fast. So I can't get out of my office and get a 6-pound or a 7-pound meal which is Indian, which will remind me of home. And that was the ticking point for us. We just want to bring that same meal that your mom would give it to you in your lunch boxes when you went to work, or all of us, like in India, people are so conscious about eating, taking food to work or taking food to schools. And that's the key thing for us. And also, over here, Indian food is considered as something very greasy, very heavy. Oh, you've got to have at least oily. So you always have that film of orange-looking oil, and that's the curry. And that really pissed me off, to be sure. Like it was like India is not the most obese country in the world, and we eat Indian food day in and day out. Like all of us have at least 3 meals at home, and we're still not very obese people. So we want to change that perception. We want to bring the simplicity of Indian fresh spices, fresh vegetables.
Usually, the performance of a startup can be assessed only when it completes 5 years. The 32-year-old CEO and supercook Upma says startups, on the contrary, need support from angel investors as early as they can into the business rather than later. Otherwise, it could well be a story ending even before it began. Her business, she hopes, is not like that chicken tikka masala which is fresh only for a day, but like a frozen beetroot paratha, pink in health and stays long, really long.
The Indian community here in the UK, arguably the most dynamic, hardworking, enterprising, according to a recent survey, is also the second largest contributor to British economy. We keep bringing you such inspiring stories from the land of rising entrepreneurship, London. If you have a story to tell, write to us. Feedback@ndtv.com is where you write to. Thank you for watching the show. Goodbye. Take care.